the twilight zone. Got no job, but I'm on the clock, and you can't stop me. With a Christmas wreath, dropping these balls while I brush my teeth.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the New York Jets. Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On one, ready? Here we go.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And now a pause because we've got A.J. Brown dinged up on that last play, and they're going to have to get some medical attention to him. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
180.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And his throw is incomplete. Jets had 5 and 6 to start play. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Nice hot. Hot. Hot.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Here we go. 180.
Now Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 33-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Huff. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Huff. Open man, he completes it to Judy. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
For Marshall, that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. It's a gain of 23 yards.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They will run for the first time here with Wright. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 4. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad White halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Coleman now to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 13. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. Huff. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards.
A gain of 45 yards. First down, Baltimore.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. Back to throw. Huff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
2nd and 4. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's 3rd and 4. You talk about this Jets defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Huff. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
1st down, here's White. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 7-7, our score after 1.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 11.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. He's got his man. It's Andrews. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On third down, they go with Irving. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Sanders' kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Jets take over first and 10. At their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here we go. Wide 80.
Burrow looking to pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 2, ready?
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Cut. Wide 80. Cut.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
38-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
They'll stay on the ground with Irvin.
Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Huff. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here we go.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
180.
Now it's Burrow.
That's caught by his tight end, Kylen Granson.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run for it with Achane.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, New York.
Devon Achane.
His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Jets have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Oh, he shifts past him.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw. Huff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the...
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Right 80. What is that?
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Right 80. What is that?
Burrow throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Kylen Granson.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8.
Ravens 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Huff. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Huff. This is White on the screen. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Looking to throw. Huff.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
A final shot before break. Huff. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining 2nd half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the 2nd half and get us going?
2nd and 5.
Connecting here with Pittman on the out route.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down, Ravens.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They run out of the gun with Irving. And a stop made by Cam Taylor-Britt.
Well, that was a bit of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They go with White on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Back to throw. Huff.
He'll try and do this himself. That one deep from Marshall.
It's caught at the 10. Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And we'll pause here for an injury. I believe that's a running back. Yeah, that's Rachaad White, who's shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
A shotgun handoff here to Irving.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
And they'll send Judy in motion left.
From the gun on 3rd down. Huff. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Michael Pittman.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens have cut the lead back down to 2.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Throwing to start the drive. Huff, a short throw caught by Andrews. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 47 yards. And the Ravens have retaken a third-quarter lead. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive. And we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Strickland.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
11. Let's get set.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he's going to be netting at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now it's Burrow. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Gun. Stop. Can. Stop. 11 MT. Stop.
Here's Burrow. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this one is right down the middle.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, We just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game. In this case, not at all you want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Second and 9 now. That's going to be caught by Judy. So no gain on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Looking to throw. Huff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A run up the middle with Urban. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That's caught left side by Judy. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Running out of the gun with White. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Handoff running left, Irving.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now that's a killer, because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Gregory Rousseau
Able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Back to throw. Huff. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Two straight sacks have them backed up now for a 3rd and goal.
Now a look at the backup, Jordan Love. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Wide 80. Mighty.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Off play action. Huff. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Irvin. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man, he completes it to Judy. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, a good move at the 5. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Irving will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Jason Sanders set to kick
now
off.
After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, look at the juke. And he's up past the 20 of the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Strickland. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Burrow on play action. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Off the bootleg. Huff. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into a shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run the draw with Irving. Ooh, the juke. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's a gain of 11. That's a touchdown. Baltimore first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Ravens first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Once again, it's Irving.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
First down. First and goal, Baltimore.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Going for the knockout punch. He'll try and run. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone getting the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Baltimore, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Everything litty,